Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, January 20th, 2015 on a Wednesday. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Sunny skies, white sandy beaches, absolutely beautiful outside, nice cool breeze, absolutely wonderful. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL, excellence in trading. Traders, if I sound a little funny today, I have got a cold and I can't get rid of it. It's driving me crazy. So my head's all clogged up and I probably sound like I'm talking through a tube. Anyhow, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day, Monday through Friday, as long as the markets are open. Traders, a little bit about myself. I started trading in 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a 27-year career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Taiwan for a 3-month holiday. Well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still here. Traders, Thailand is an awesome place to live, and it's an awesome place to visit. And if you're a Forex trader, it's an awesome place to trade because I can basically trade a little bit of all 3 sessions and still get a good night's rest. All right, let's get that risk disclaimer out of the way. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, the most important thing is that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Meaning, if you're on a demo account for 3 months and you're doing great, guess what? When you go to a live account, you won't be doing that great. What happens? It's that brain matter between your 2 ears that gets in the way of your trading. We all go through it. It happens all the time, so you're not alone. All right, let's get on over to news. Let's see what's going on in the big news world. And let's take a look at how the markets closed. The Dow closed negative 1.65%. S&P 500 closed negative 1.34%. The Nasdaq closed 1.89%, with the Russell 2000 closing at negative 0.51%. The U.S. all in the red. Let's head over to the European side of the world. The DAX was negative 1.57%. The FTSE 100 was negative 0.60%. And the CAC 40 was negative 1.09%, with the Euro Stoxx 50 negative 1.23%. All in the red again. What is going on? Could we have reversals happening? Something to think about. The Nikkei 225 closed at negative 0.20%. The S&P ASX 200 closed. These are not closed. The Nikkei 225 and the S&P ASX 200 is open, and it's currently at negative 0.29%. Shanghai is open at negative 1.23%, and the Hang Seng is open at negative 0.13%, ending with the Kospi that is currently trading just barely in the green at positive 0.07%. Let's take a look at today's economic calendar. We have, as we scroll down the old list here, checking them out, traders, I see no high impact news today on the calendar. Wow. In fact, it already happened. CPI quarter-on-quarter came out of the Aussie, and that's why you see that Aussie move. It was negative 0.2. It was forecast at 0.3. Previous was 0.5. So CPI data came out on the Aussie, and unfortunately, my computer was not up and running by that time. I was in my office, but my charts were not up that early. All right, so that wraps it up for news and commentary. I thought yesterday's price action was kind of tricky. I didn't find anything very easy. I actually didn't even enter into any trades. A lot of seesaw and a lot of reversals. You'll take a look at some of the charts as we go along and see how these charts, they've been bearish for so long. And we talked about this yesterday. We also talked about it on Monday that, these things are going to bounce. That's just the way it is. They can only move so much, and guess what? She just takes the move to the other side. and takes the bounce. So we'll see this when we take a look at our 60-minute Forex charts. I'm hoping that it sort of levels out today and just continues its trend, and we can make some pips. I did not enter any live trades yesterday. When you look at some of these charts, you'll see there was no entries. You had no entries to get into these trades. They never gave you the candlestick formations we needed. So, as usual, we will start with the euro dollar. Euro dollar, you can see it bounced up, hit that trend line, never closed below it, up she went, and that was the end of that. End of story. You could, like I said, you could have taken this up. We talked about that you could take that up to the 200. It loves the 200. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another update here and this goes to the 200. It's very possible. Our trade plan is for it to break this trend line. This is a valid 3-touch trend line, and we want to sell the euro dollar. The pound, look at the pound. The pound did its craziness yesterday, and this was data. Almost positive this was data. Came out and now is like at resistance. And, what's going to happen now? It's pretty hard to say. I put a trade plan in for a bearish trade plan, but, and that's just because of the daily chart. The daily chart is still very bearish. But, however, we have a lot of pips from where we currently are to that 200 exponential moving average. So, if you take out that low and get a decent candlestick formation, by all means, take this to the 200 exponential moving average. But the trade plan is to break the trend line and take it down to 51.500 would be what we'd like to see. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. This is the Aussie. Of course, that's the big blue candles, that news that just came out. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this works out. We've got, 5 hours and 40 minutes before the London Open, so we've got plenty of time to see what these look like then. I wouldn't do any trading until the London Open. But I'm bearish. I'm bearish in the Aussie. I have no intentions of buying the Aussie. And we're just going to wait for our bearish candlestick formation, and we will continue to the downside. Here's our Euro Aussie. And we can see from the news data, there's that big candle. This is our trend line. This is a 4-touch trend line. So you can see it's bouncing off it. The problem is now you're stuck between the trend line and the 200 exponential moving average, so it makes it a little bit hard. I expect this to break the trend line and continue to the downside to 1.4055 would be wonderful. And we can take this down. Here's our euro yen. Didn't do very much yesterday. In fact, for those of you who observe it, this is actually the same chart. We've really had no price action on this at all. I'm looking for 133.35 to enter this short. I want this to break this 50% fib before I decide to get into it. This way, if it gets down to the 38.2 fib, and that's at 132.80, I've got 30 pips, and I can make some profit, even though it's coming up on support. But I definitely need to close below this 50% fib there. By the way, that fib is off the daily chart. Not very interesting. That fib is off the daily chart. And this is a 60-minute chart. Just very interesting. Forex is wonderful. And my friends, this is New Zealand dollars. You can see it did absolutely nothing yesterday. Just absolutely went sideways. There's nothing to do. We need a pullback. This has got to pull back. I'm not trading into the support. No way, no how. I'd really like to see this come all the way back up to the 38.2. Don't know if that's going to happen, but it's got to at least go to the 23.6. If another red candle came out, I would not trade this short. There's not enough pips there to get break even and put something in the bank. So this New Zealand has to make a move, and I'm sure it will. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me today on a Wednesday, January 28th, 2015, as we're midweek, as we call it U.S., it's called Hump Day. So, middle of the week, long trading day ahead. The best of luck to you all. Please be careful, watch your charts, and watch your higher time frames. Traders, have a great day. Coming to you live from sunny Thailand.